and I am editing a movie, trying just to have a few minutes of time to just kind of like work on it because, you know, last couple months I've had some serious like mental health issues, like, and it's been so terrible. But hopefully you can hear me. I don't have my mic on, like I said. It's just me and you talking. I think I'm going to turn this backlight on. It's the director and me. It's the director and me that is coming out that says, you know, we need better lighting in here, right? Let's see. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Oh, what's this? What about this? Oh, yo, this is the movie I'm editing right this moment. Let me see if it stays. Okay. Does it stay? Oh, it does stay. This is awesome. I've never used this live feature. I'm on my phone doing it. Um, you know, and I'm also editing the film as we speak, and it's like almost done. So, like, you may hear some sounds in the background, but I'm trying to keep them quiet as best I can. Uh, but it's always good to meet new people, so I figured, hey, why don't we talk, get to know each other? Everybody keeps asking me to do these lives. I just don't know the best time to do the lives. But that is so freaking cool that I was able. I'm just learning some more of this YouTube technology, and yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But it's like crazy in a good way, you know. Um, Besides like being so like as part of a trade-off of being like a filmmaker or an artist, most times the trade-off is you have like some type of like something's wrong with you and it's not a bad way, not in a bad way, but there's just something different that's not normal to the, you know, the general public. Like me, I have really bad PTSD, really bad PTSD, and I am often, as a person of a disability, looked down upon. Okay, for that disability. Now, this isn't any type of sympathy or anything like that. I've been able to make changes in my life to adapt and be able to be healthy in those circumstances, as I've come to learn. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is, you know, I'm really excited to show you this film here. Like, I'm really excited to show you this because this film feels like a Marvel film. And you may like the sound of that, you may not like the sound of that, but there's a twist. It's not a Marvel film. This is a completely independent film that I've been working on for 3 years now. It's probably, in my opinion, uh, like the most important film to me that I'll ever make, and probably will be like one of my last films that I'll direct. I think. Um, so, you know, I wanted to make sure that when I go out, I go out on the biggest bang I can if this is my last film. I've been in talks to do like a zombie western for a bit now, and yeah, there we go. Yeah, I've been like in talks to do a zombie western for like how many years? I feel like now 4, but I was really disappointed in the last film I made. Excuse me, that I directed. Um, Actually, no, it wasn't the last film. 2 films ago. The last one, A Grim Life, you should really check it out. You can start to see a huge change in the quality of films that I have been able to produce and the amount of talent that I've been able to work with. It's just, it's humbling, and it's sometimes I wonder because I've worked with some like Buffalo local legend actors that local people would probably know a lot about if I said their names. The best example, and I will say his name because he was part of the mythology and history of, you know, the films that I've done, Michael O'Hare. Michael O'Hare was a great man. You can see him in a couple of my films, Fang, Gore. Um, pardon me. Somebody's yelling outside. Let me just double check it. Okay, we're okay. You could see him in Fang. You can see him in Gore, Prisoners of the Dead, Homicidal Vengeance. And this man was a legend in the Buffalo region. And when we worked on things, we were just two collaborators, excuse me, that just like we film. And he took like the man, Michael O'Hare took on a role that I wrote called William Sanders, who was he was based after my grandfather, and he, you know, Michael here made my grandfather, in a sense, become this like legendary character that I felt had to be in most of my films. So if you watch the films, uh, you know, you can tell how important like that character, you know, that character was. Hello out there. Hopefully you can understand my English. I know we get a lot of people from the Philippines and a lot of people from other countries that like to watch this stuff. And that is humbling because I am like an independent guy making this stuff. And the most important thing one has to know is I'm making it for you. And yeah, it's kind of cliche to say it, you know, I'm doing a film and all that, but in a sense, I am truly making this movie, Ombus 2, for like you. I want you just to be entertained. Life is so like I don't know what you're going through. I don't, you know, I don't mean to pry and I won't. But life is such a strange time right now. Life is incredibly strange. This is my caffeine-free Pepsi, just so everybody's aware. I have an addiction to this because of my anxiety. I had to get off of Pepsi because Pepsi was really like inflaming a lot of my anxiety traits. So just give me a sip here. I apologize for that. Um, anyways, let me move you up. I'm actually in the process right now of sitting at my computer. Well, not sitting, I'm actually standing. Don't judge me. Um, Standing at my computer right now trying to edit one of these scenes in this movie. There's only three scenes really left that I have to finish editing for Ombus 2. This one I have dreaded. These last three, I should say, I have dreaded finishing because I felt from the moment I started working on them that they were going to be very labor intensive. Very labor intensive. And boy, was I right about that. uh, but it's looking really good. It's looking like it's going to be, in my opinion, my best film. You know, the best film I've ever made, and I am just like very humbled because we did raise so much money on Indiegogo for it, and you know, I that was a humbling experience in itself. That there are so many people out there that wanted to see a sequel to a film. Like this film was just like written just as like a fun thing. The first film, that is Ombus 1. Nowhere did I ever think it would have become like the type of film that it has become now. Like we're getting ready to release the sequel, and there's like a pretty decent amount of hype for it. And I keep saying to myself, why didn't I think about this 10 years ago? Because we actually had this plan to make the sequel to Ombus after shooting the first film. um, it would have been a very different film, though, when that from what you're going to see very soon. Um, and let me get a second here to focus. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, so it's just so crazy to me. You know, I get asked a lot about Ambus, Ambus 2. Let's see if I can change the background. I think I can change his background. Uh, okay. Feel free to comment on anything while I show you some stuff here. I'm going to start a poll. Let me know if this is something that. Have you seen Ambus 1? Okay. I'm going to put that in the chat. Let me know. Okay, let me know here. I'm going to put you back here, and I'm going to figure out a place to put that. All right, so, all right. It's the director and me that has to make sure everything is so positioned. All right, so right here. Have you seen Ambus 1? I'd love to hear your feedback because, like I've said before, I'm making this film for like you folks, and I have not yet released a teaser trailer for it because guess what? Guess why? I'm a federal employee in the United States. I can't do this full time, and the job literally has been crippling as of late. So you can hear my frustration. Pardon me. Anyways, this is like my labor of love. I've done this as part of my passion over the many years that I've done these types of things. And as I mentioned in the beginning here, I really do. Let's see. I really do appreciate everybody that like contributed to Indiegogo. If you're watching this and you did contribute to the Indiegogo, just know that. Um, oh, I did it wrong. Damn it! Why didn't somebody tell me this? Hold on a second. Have you seen Ambus 1? Okay, this is what I was trying to do. Let's see if that works. Okay. All right. So, I did it. I got a poll going. Vote below. Vote below if you've seen Ambus 1. It's going to be funny to probably see so many people say they've never seen that film, and we're here about to make a sequel. It's like, we are making a sequel, and that's not about to. We are making a sequel. It's almost done. I'm looking at it right now. And it's just so crazy, the scene I'm working on, man. Let's just see. It is a film I never thought would come to fruition. This film has been so hard, and I'm like about to start this weekend actually a set of interviews about the upcoming film that are going to start releasing soon. We're going in studio in a place in Buffalo, New York, and some podcasters are coming in to ask some of the cast. This gentleman here, Sean Sanders, will be there. Some questions, and I'm curious to know what those like videos will do and the feedback we'll get from that, because honestly, like I've already said it several times in this, and I'll say it this last time. I promise. We make I did this film for you. For those that watched Ambus 1, I did this for you. And the people that helped produce Ambus 2, they believed in some of the craziest shit that one could write on a piece of paper, and this is what we're getting. Let me see if I can change the photo here. Let me see, because I think I can. Let me just do this. Oh, I also have to brag. My wife, this is my wife. She was a Hooters girl, and since it's already on my phone, and since I'm like proud of that, I guess. Because I always joke with her that she would have never gotten with me if it wasn't for that. Okay. I mean, here's a photo of me and Jason John Beebe. Let me see. How does that work? Okay. Hold on. Oh, actually, let me put a new photo in here. I think I recent no. Uh green yeah. Okay. No. That is not right. We're getting there, man. We're getting there. We are getting there. Okay, so I'm just going to ramble for a few minutes and feel free to chime in. Feel free to participate in the poll that we have here. Let's see. All right, I'm getting there. Let's see. Not one person so far that has seen Ombus 3. But look at this photo here. Freaking weird, man. I'm a big Batman fan, or was, I should say, until James Gunn came in. You don't want to get me going on that whole thing, because that's the thing itself. Um, and that actually behind me, let me see, I can actually take the filter off on this, I think. Right here. So, I don't know if you can see it. It's still actually behind me. But it is a Batman, okay? That's a Batman with, like, part of, part of, um, part of, the Fang wardrobe. So if you've ever seen the movie Fang, it's on my Facebook. Or not Facebook. God no. It's on YouTube. Feel free to, it's actually everywhere. Fang though, I warn you, is like a real intense film. Oh, we finally got one person voting on this. This is good. Good. Let me change the photo back to what it really was. This does not have to be me on a beach somewhere. Because I would love to be on a beach somewhere. All right. All right. So this is the movie. This is the movie, the sequel we're doing. I mean, this is a high end, high octane, high efficient. I don't know what you want to call it. We'll wait for the trailers to come out. But let's see. Huh. You can't like add videos now unless you give them full access to your phone. So it's really kind of different. All right, we got 2 votes. This is good. We're making progress. We are making progress. Okay. Let's see. While we do that, I just want to show you a picture of the man, the myth, the legend. This is my grandfather, the real William Sanders. We are at Swiss Chalet because we love Swiss Chalet. Swiss Chalet is only a Canadian thing. Hopefully the Canadian folks will still allow us to come up there because we want to come see the Coldplay concert. Anyways, and we love the Canadian people. Me and my wife, we do not represent the craziness that's happening in America. In fact, I would love to move to a different country. Me and my wife have been doing some traveling, and you realize that there's a lot of countries out there, and yeah, it would not be easy to move. I can tell you that. But you have to think of like your health too. Like where we live currently, we're in Western New York, and basically where we are, we have like all round seasons. So we have like all 4 seasons. All right. And because we have like all 4 seasons, we have all 4 seasons problems. Occasionally, as of late, which is very odd, we've gotten tornadoes here and there, which isn't very odd if you believe in what global warming is and all that and stuff. I don't know enough about it. I don't want to start being a scientist on here. I'm just here to talk about my film and the hope that you will come and enjoy it. I'm actually going to look at doing a limited theatrical in the Western New York area, and this is New York State I'm talking about. Um, I'm really going to try for it because um, I I think this film has the opportunity just by color. Like I'm a big color fan. I love color. Love those colors. But I'm a big fan of um, science fiction type of films, and I didn't realize how good at putting together a science fiction film I was. Excuse me. Now the caffeine-free soda is coming back up. With my anxiety and stuff, I don't eat much. It's very weird. If you have anxiety or depression, you will definitely, possibly, I don't know, relate because sometimes it works both ways. Like people, when they're depressed, they eat a lot. Or when people are depressed, they don't eat a lot. And that's like I'm in the don't eat a lot. If I eat one meal a day, that'd be impressive. But just to kind of put into perspective my role here with this whole little project is I'm the director, so I was out there and I was one of the camera people. We had we shot most of the film in blue screen, total blue screen, and I would wish I could show you some more photos here because the fact I can't really sucks. Let me see if I can get on. Is there a way to share? I thought at one point you could share your phone or something or your. Let's see. I'm just gonna put this in the background. That sorry. This here is the stage from Shays. I went to see one of my favorite comedians, and yeah, that was that. I do often use the shades. Uh, I have realized I always would ask myself, I ask myself, why do the artists always wear sunglasses? Now, typically, I would not wear sunglasses by myself at home. This is only really done for the for this stream, but uh, I have found more confidence in myself by wearing sunglasses. I don't know how to really explain it any better than that. You know, if you're somebody that deals with depression and stuff like that, you could maybe possibly relate. Hey, Matt White. Oh man, the man is going to make a name for himself very soon, if he hasn't already. That he is in Ombus too. Actually, he's got a little cameo part there, and um, he's got the battle scars, man, to prove it. Got the battle scars. Thanks again, Matt. You are an awesome person. I appreciate you and everything that you do, man. Um, not often enough do we, as people, get like, not, how do I want to say this? We don't get appreciated by one another enough, you know? And honestly, I really do appreciate you. This channel has almost 700,000 subscribers because people like yourself enjoy uh, these films that we make. And sometimes in my darkest times, I like to think about that there is joy that people get from some of these films. There's also pain. I have read the comments on some of the films. Some films are better than others. Keep up those others. Keep up the good word because there's always more negative press than there is positive. So I realized as I've gotten older as a filmmaker, and because I work with IMDb a lot, I'm a big contributor to their site. And well, for the Western New York area, I'm not like the main guy. I don't get paid by them. In fact, I pay them. So don't think I'm something that I'm not. Nonetheless, you get a certain type of stature on IMDb after a while, where you become more credible with your inputs because you get so many contributions correct, and then eventually um, it like builds like an internal cloud, if you want to call it that. That's the best way I can explain it. I don't even think that's the best way I can explain it. But for those that don't know and they're just picking up here, I'm actually editing Ombus 2 right now, and it looks great. The scene I'm working on right now involves a broken glass. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Um, it is um, yeah, it's one of the scenes in the film that I did not want to do. Not because I mean I had to do it, right? Like I'm the man. I'm editing this film. It has to be done. I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying uh, I'm now down to the final three scenes that have to really devote a lot of my time. And you know, with all the stuff that I've been going through mentally and all the stuff I've been going through with my job, because I don't do this full time unless you beautiful people out there on YouTube want to decide to make it my job, which I would never mind. But I'm going to share some videos from a concert I went to recently. If you're a fan of AWOL Nation, wow, did they put on an amazing, amazing show in Buffalo this April 2025. So, yeah. And as far as can't wait to see Amos too, man, I can't wait either because as soon as I'm done with the scene that I'm working on, it means I will have the film almost ready to be gone through for cleanup. You know, see if something needs to be slightly adjusted, edited, or color corrected differently, or sharpened, or if it doesn't, like a scene is too long or doesn't work, or more focus on the music elements to ensure those elements all, connect. It's still a pain in the ass, but in the long scheme of things of where you are at on the timeline of this film being finished, uh, I think I lost probably 2 months because of all the stuff that has happened with the United States government. That's not saying good or bad. I'm just saying the last 2 months, the productivity for me personally has just been terrible because either I'm dealing with work related stresses or I'm trying to escape from work related stresses. So there is like no good way about it, I guess you could say. But I do have a poll on there. I'm gonna keep this poll up. I think I can keep it up after the stream is down. But I gotta put some more photos on here because I'll be honest with you. Let's see. Meow, meow, meow. Let me see here. Stand by. I am still here. I just want to share this this really cool design. You should look at what I pinned in the stream. Actually, I'll pin the one I want the most. Like the green, I pinned this in the chat. So if you're interested in seeing what I'm talking about, this shirt design that I actually made this. You know, it's all about branding, and the thing about Ambas 2 is it's supposed to be fun. That's all that I want from it. If you find that there's a hiccup in something that doesn't meet your professional standards, I'll be shocked. But if you do, I'll let you pass. Oh, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm just like I'm working on this section right now that is just it involved like a level of special effect that I really needed to learn and I mean, it's coming out great, but it's taking its sweet old time, and I'm really glad that it's like it's like a plugin that is you can use now with what's it called? What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't hear that. I did not say that. Are we allowed to play music or anything on here? What is it? What is it? Let's see. Retouch on. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's just the touch-ups on my face. Okay, thank you for touching up my face. I have a poll going on down below. If you haven't, if you haven't hit it yet, please, please, please do, because I am very curious to know where you're at. And as I'm making this film for you, as I often say, um, I want to make sure that I'm making it for you so that you will want to go out and see it. I'm really trying, like I've kind of mentioned before, to get it in a local film chain. I might do two. I'm going to see how I can manage that deal, if I can even do it. I'm going to work with some partners on it, and we're going to see what comes about. But honestly, and I really mean this honestly, this film was shot in 4K, uh, and actually, it can be rendered in 6K. Um, but this film looks like visually stunning. Um, I can't even really describe the entire vibe yet, and I know that the teaser has been kind of like, where is the teaser? How much longer do we have to wait? Well, guess what? It's coming. It's coming soon. It's too early. With everything that has happened in the last 2 months for me personally, um, with losing 2 months of productivity time, that is setting me back. And because it's setting me back, what I'm having to do is I'm having to readjust my scheduling, so that I can, finish this thing. And you have to remember too that I've actually been editing this film now, going on 3 years. So there is quite a bit of this film that is already completed. Okay, um, and there are some, like, how did you do those in an indie film type of scene? Uh, and some of them are going to be impressive. Some of them you're going to think, oh, they're cheesy or something. Well, guess what? You're not going to find cheese in this one. I don't like cheese. I don't like being cheesy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a cheesy guy. Okay? That's my that's my acting, by the way. True story. I wanted to actually be an actor, but when I started off back in like 2003, there was nobody wanting to create or have me act in their film. So, excuse me, did I say 2008? 2008 is when I got serious. 2003 is what I meant. Wow, 2003. That seems like it was a yesteryear. Where were you in 2003? Yeah, that's true. What you're saying in the comments there. One step at a time, just keep moving forward, never stop. That has been my goal. And honestly, making film has actually helped me significantly. Not only to make, like, excuse me, it has helped me significantly mentally. And I'm getting close to the end on editing on this film. And then we will start, the entire promotional element that'll come very soon. And like, then we see it in the theater, it gets released on streaming, and then then it's done. It's like that's where it is for a while. And if done right, you know, uh, hopefully it will progress itself versus having to be, being. Hopefully, it's a success because I'll tell you, the first film, you don't make money off of making movies, especially if you're the guy creating them. There's ways to do it. Oftentimes, it's much harder than people will explain. Most people will try to tell you they can live off of making movies, and I'm going to tell you right now, you can't. Um, People are going to tell you that you need to be part of certain unions, and although unions are good, that's not really the honest take on it. Not meaning that the unions are bad by any means. I'm pro union, so don't get me with that. Uh, I'm just trying to make a point about the importance. Now, somebody asked me recently, and I feel like maybe I will just kind of address it, because why not, right? Somebody recently asked me, should I do it? The reason why I bring it up, I can't really describe what I was going to say. So let's just bypass that for now, and I will come back to that because there's so much that this is a live feed, and I'm just trying to be real with you, the people, for a minute, and kind of get to know everybody that is subscribed or has followed my work for a while, and to get some just general feedback because I'm making these films for you. And if at the end of the day you're like, Adam, why are you doing this? Why are you wasting your time? I want to know that, because I am so I'm kind of like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of like, I don't want to say tired, but I just want to make something that's so entertaining for individuals, that takes you out of like the reality of life, and just allows you a moment to do something and be a part of a journey, an adventure. Um, you know, oh man, I got a friend. We all got a friend, right? This friend likes to pry in my personal business way more than she should. That's all I'm going to say. And, I don't mind prying if it's like a mutual pry. Like, if we're friends, then you need to share friend things with me too, right? Why do you want to know all my life? That's, whatever. Don't, I'm just venting. Or what is it like, a venti, from like Starbucks, a venti? Oh man. I actually had to use a sick day today. Not because I wanted to do this live, or not because I'm looking at somebody's eyeball, literally, um, but because I am just, I'm so stressed with my job, and I don't, I can't, I can't function. I honestly, God, can't function. It's the craziest fucking thing. Um, I think you get abused enough at a job where it plays on your psyche, which is the whole name of the game. Like, that's the game. I often read on Reddit people that are experiencing similar things, and I'm really quite saddened by that. I'm quite saddened by a lot of things lately. You know, I like to joke that, and it's not really a joke because it's not. It's actually fact. But every girlfriend I've ever had, I lost to filmmaking. Every single one. Now, I'm not talking about the occasional meet-up type of situation. I'm talking about the ones that you put the real effort into. Okay? I'm talking about the ones that you had deep feelings with, right? And I can name a few, but there's no reason to name a few now. I have a beautiful wife, and like I mentioned before, she was a Hooters girl. So I mean, uh, she's beautiful. Um, anyways, I'm getting off track because now you got me talking about Hooters and my wife, and yeah, I got a head cold still, which is random thought. Yeah, my brain is like fried. Um, the only thing that really keeps me focused, and I'm really kind of nervous about it because like I said, I'm kind of coming to the end with this, editing Numbers 2, is the fact that I've put so much time on this to allow myself to focus. I think what I'm going to start working on is either my book, or I'm going to produce a couple documentaries. And I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do the documentaries first, and then I think I'm going to um, do the book either during or after. But I'm really wanting to write the book after Ambas 2 comes out because I want so much of that look and into the book, if that makes any sense. I mean, I want to put more of that in the book, and I can't really talk about anything really else because, what else can I say to it without giving away too much? There's so many good parts in it, though. Seriously, it's a fun ride. It is a fun ride. Uh, I am still waiting to, I call it the official test. The official test is when my wife watches the movie and either says to me she hates it or she loves it. That's normally what my take on that is. If she looks at the film and says, Adam, the CGI looks terrible or whatever, then I have to take a minute, step back, and I have to say, well, I can't release that. I'm going to have to take some time and I'm going to have to fix it. Now, my wife, has not really participated that much in this editing. She occasionally does help, or not help. I don't want to say help because you know, she does do her points in as well. She contributes to the editing. She hasn't contributed to this editing at all, and she doesn't plan to. For her, I hate to say it, Ambus is not a happy memory. Where for me, it wasn't like the time of my life. It was just a great experience making the first film, and although the second film has nothing, zero, zip, zero, nada. I said that twice. The zero, lame. But no connection in any fashion other than a possibly a returning cast members, and even that I would debate is not something to stress about. Um, it was a good experience. The vibes on set, the talent. I mean, we were. I think, to be completely honest, I think we were probably the most efficient um, I've ever been on a film set. And I did a lot of studying in preparation for that film. 2 years of preparing to make that film and trying to figure out where do we want to shoot. Do we want to shoot in blue screen? Do we need green screen? Which is better? What do you use this for? What do you do with lights? How much light should I have? How many screens should I get? And then it's all about the makeup. And as you can see behind me, I know I still got the Nemesis here. He got a little bit of an upgrade from the first film. Um, we do have the same effects team doing all the slime creatures on this one, which is obviously, I just can't wait. We have some really good ones. Um, but this here was created by CFX. They did the face and then the hands. Um, and the wardrobe was designed by myself. And a lot of what you see, because the first film, like, the Stetson was like a real pivotal point for me, because back in high school, we're like going to go back here for a second. Back in high school, I wrote this story called The Hunter, kind of like a play on the Predator, right? And it featured a character design as like this, but it was a different, complete concept. And I have to just say that it was an experience to be able to go on set and see exactly what I like, what we deprived ourselves in the first film. You know, that hindsight, trying to make a film on a budget and all this other stuff, it's very hard. In fact, I am still looking to try and find $2,000, and our Indiegogo is still alive, so there are perks still in there. But um, you know, that seems to be running out of steam, which is understandable. I mean, there's other projects, and we were only trying to get so much. I ended up overspending, which is what I typically do, and I'll deal with that. But you know, it doesn't make me feel much better. We do have a good film, though. Okay, let's see. Yes. Yeah, well, for most people, you know, provided you weren't injured on set in any fashion, you probably had a great set experience with us. Um, we generally keep our set accidents down to a zero, but you never know. Um, but the fact that, like, I'm talking about Matt here in the comments, he's just commented on here about how well we were organized and stuff. Um, the fact that even Matt believed in the project, he I believe, not that I believe, I know, helped contribute to the the Indiegogo. In fact, I think he even got one of the four. There's only four signed, fully signed posters by the cast, by every single person that worked on the project except one person's name. Only one person's name was not signed on every single thing. And if you can find that name, I'll give you a prize. The prize will be this. You found that name. I will, however, get that name signed on my poster because I was one of the four that received a copy. So for those that don't know, what we did initially is you would come into the set, and there was this table that anybody that day that had not already signed needed to sign their name to the poster of the film, Ambas 2. And, oh, you were gifted the poster for Christmas. That is, um, yeah. The poster thing is a brand new thing that I did on Ambas 2. Um, and the reason why I appreciate it so much is because I have other films with very limited cast signatures, and some of those people have passed away. And when you look back on some of these posters and stuff, it's just like, wow, I was able to work with him or them, whoever it was, of course. I keep thinking of Michael O'Hear because he always was very close with me on the projects that we did and stuff. But there's many more. Jay Mager recently passed, and he was very. You may not even know him because his work was never even really kind of. I don't know. I want to say released because it was released, but it didn't really circulate. And he was a person that believed in me on my first couple projects, and he passed as well. So it's not specifically one person or another. And I will say what really hurts me really pains me. It pains me to this day, and I will forever regret this. Um, Jay was going to be in Ombus 2. In fact, allegedly, according to Jay directly, he was in the parking lot of the place, but he didn't know where to find us. And as I always tell my cast and crew, and everybody, don't text me the address the day of, or don't, I normally send out things like in special instructions of where to go and all that. And this was just one of those cases of um, communication, let's say. And it was sad because um, he was going to be in a scene for Ombus 2, and it was a very easy scene for him to be in. Those there's this scene in the film with a group therapy of people. He was just going to be sitting in the scene and would have like good screen time, because I admired the man so much. But he is just one name. Just like I said, Michael was another name. There's other people I can name. John Prisbis. I'll never forget him. Ace Genovese, another person within the community of Buffalo film that were more indie than I, and I'm pretty indie. Um, it's great to go to events to meet people. However, obviously, with my severe anxiety, as I've talked about, and not going to places, or if I go to places, they have to be very isolating. Like I have, it's very weird. Uh, I'm on a lot of different medications to help ensure that I can get through some of those things because I do like to go out in public and do things, but over since COVID and with the job related issues I've been experiencing. Um, it is just stressed me to the point where like oh, you ever know when you get like a sty in your eye? I think that's the right phrase, a sty. It's when you're like, I can't stop blinking or whatever. um, when I get really really like sick, that is like a thing that happens with my eyes. um, and it's not the most flattering thing to share with people, right? Because honestly, um, that type of trauma has been caused unnecessarily, um, and my brain can't process that. It's the best way I can say it. Anyways, for those out there, I see a psychologist and a therapist, and if you need help, you shouldn't be ashamed to go and see one of either of those. It took me convincing with the therapy because when I grew up, not that you care to hear about this, where you're from is too, but when I grew up, I did not find therapy to help me. But I'll tell you what, therapy really does help. Um, and I eat my words because I told my wife, "Oh, therapy won't help," but it really does help. It has helped in ways that I never thought I would feel again. Like I can't really explain it more than that. Um, but there's still work to be done, and there's still a film that needs to come out. So it's like I gotta say, the show must go on. I have a poll right down there in the bottom there. I've said it a few times. I know it only has 4 votes at the moment, and I am now starting to try and build more of this live community events. So I hope that this poll will stay open. You'll continue to vote on it because voting on this poll is really kind of cool. There's a lot of people that are subscribed to this channel. We're almost at 700,000. That's because of you. Thank you very much for all that. That means you believe in the work that we're doing, even if some of the films are not the greatest, or even if some of the films are the greatest. It's coming. It is coming. Ombus 2. And pretty soon you're going to be hearing about it and seeing the trailer. Oh my God, the teaser trailer is pretty great. I'm very excited about it. So please vote down below. We got about 5 minutes left, and then I think I'm gonna bounce out, and maybe I'll make this a more regular thing because so many people ask me to do it. We could talk about horror movies. We should really talk about gore. That's a film I did a while ago, one of my first early films, and I would definitely recommend before we talk about it, you go check it out, and that's on my channel too, Indie Adam here, and just type in gore. Um, be aware, it is exactly what the name entails, so don't freak out and come back to me looking at me cockeyed. But anyways. Um, Please vote on that. And then what else was I going to say? We wanted to talk more about horror movies. And I think I'll lead into that by doing the gore, just kind of briefly talking about it, because gore is one of those films that I don't think I've rarely ever talked about. And there's significant interest in that film. And I think it would be something worthwhile, kind of actually telling a little bit of the story behind the making of that film, even if it's a short time. We don't have to talk about it very long. I just know a lot of people message the page or make comments and stuff talking about it. So, might be something good to explore. But I do hope that you'll return here for the next Indie Adam live video. By the way, just so everybody's aware, the name came from my wife. I was not smart enough to come up with the Indie Adam, the Indie Adam, what's it called? The Indie Adam, here we go. All right, the Indie Adam logo or name. Not the logo, but the name. Thanks again, everybody. I love you all. Please let me know below if you have watched this video to the end. I know we're a little bit long, but that's okay. Sometimes you're random. I'll try to make them shorter going forward. But let me know below what your thoughts are. If you haven't seen Ombus, if you did see Ombus, and what your thoughts on Ombus was, and what your hopes are for Ombus 2. If not, hey, I'll see you in the next one, man. I really appreciate you all for watching, and as always, stay safe.